How we doing? How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Nice to see you guys.
Today?
Huh?
Good energy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm doing good. Doing good.
What is it about special teams coaches and the energy? Every special teams coach, like you get from green line or red line.
Yeah, I think we got to deal with the whole team, and I think that takes a certain kind of animal to kind of do that from time to time when you don't get much time with them. And because you don't get much time with them, you got to be efficient with your time. And I think bring good energy always kind of helps with that in a way. I don't know why, but I feel we're all kind of the same kind of person, like you just said. Yeah.
What makes Jack Gibbons an effective special teams player?
Extremely smart. I mean, he is like, I'm sure he can coach special teams and be a special teams coordinator right now. Like he sees everything very well. You can plug and place him in any kind of role because he's got good speed, overall athletic ability. He's long, he's physical. And I think just him being that smart where you can plug and place him anywhere. I mean, that's what makes him so versatile.
Do you have a Chase Blackburn kind of career arc you see after he plays?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I think that guy could coach right now. Like, if he wanted to, he can be a special teams coordinator if he wanted to. He always tells me things that I didn't see on the film, and he didn't watch as much film as I did. And I'm like, damn, how'd you see that? And he's a smart guy. He sees the field very well.
Jeremy, going back to when you interviewed, you were studying tape of the players here, and you looked at Marcus Jones, and then kind of thinking about what you might be able to do with him if you got the job. What do you remember about that time and that process?
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved Marcus from when he was at the University of Houston. I mean, when I was in college and he was at Troy, then Houston, he was always a guy like when we did weekend reviews in college, he was always popping up because of his dynamic ability on punt return. So I've known about the guy a long time, and just to be able to have a really good returner makes my job so much easier. I mean, I don't have to coach him. He just does this thing. I'm just being serious. Like he's a hell of a player. That's why he's a team captain too. He studies his ass off, and the players believe in him. And because the players believe in him, it doesn't really matter what scheme you have out there. If you're going to block for him, you know you have an opportunity to score every time.
I know this is going on the Wayback Machine, but do you remember the first time that he did catch your attention when he was at Houston?
Yeah, it was at the University of Houston, and they were playing. It might have been Navy. It might have been another smaller school, and he had like 2 touchdowns or he had 2 big returns. And I'm like, dude, who is this guy right here? Because no one could tackle him, no one could stop him.
Were you surprised in any way that you didn't fair catch the one you took back?
Not at all. No, I mean, we give him the free range to not, if he's got space, he's got space. Like, it could be in the plus 50 territory and the backed up inside the 10. I mean, he's that type of guy. Like, he's not a rookie. He's a veteran who's earned the role and earned the leadership role that he has. So I give him the flexibility just to kind of make those decisions on his own. And I know he's going to make a good one. If he's got space, he's got space. And he's an all-pro type of returner to where, hey, man, you got space, you get us 5 extra yards to do it. I know you're smart enough to do it, so just go handle your business.
Is that just like football sense? Because guys have mentioned that after he he makes good decisions. Whether he has to fair catch it or return it, we always trust him to make the right decision.
I mean, that's the type of player he is. I mean, that's why he's a captain, right? So you trust that he's going to make the right decisions and take professional initiative on the field. And now he's coached himself. He's been coached from other coaches, through his career to, when he maybe had bad decisions and learn from them. So now he's able to make those good decisions. And he watches a lot of film, so he understands like the coverage team. He understands the punter, what he's going to get in this range, so he knows maybe what kind of space he's going to have.
How much juice does a return give like that give for a team?
I mean, you see how it went for the game, right? I mean, we needed a play, and he made that play. And the guys on that field made that play, and I felt like it energized our team. And then from there, we were off to the races. So that's what I was talking about, one play at a time, one play perfection on special teams. That's all we get. And sometimes it could be detrimental to the team, but sometimes it could be that type of deal where it energizes the team and gets it going, which it did that day. So applaud to Marcus, applaud to those other 10 guys on the field. It wasn't anything I did or schemed out. It was like just literally all of them just making plays. And that's why the players, that they do what they do, and they make you look better at times, and it's because of them.
When you talk about the rest of the guys on the field, on that punt return specifically, it looked like there were 4, 5, 6 guys ahead of Marcus. Was that something schemed up, or was that something that was just coincidental? But
yeah, just what we had called. I mean, it was really our defensive safe call on the field. I mean, he just, like I said, he just made a couple guys miss, and then the guys saw it, and now you got to finish along on the guy with the ball. So they end up being in front of it, finishing along on the guy with the ball, and it all worked itself out.
Mike Vrabel was telling us about the grade team, obviously led to the return score, and you almost got a punt off of it. Can you give us more background into that? Is that something you've ever kind of used before, and what makes that so valuable?
I mean, I think most teams use that type of thing. It's just something that you put on the field in 4th and short situations, or whenever you just want to be a little more protective of what the punt team can do, and you put bigger bodies out there that play defense. and to stop anything kind of short and kind of fake anything like that. So most teams do it. We were just in that situation because of where we're at in the field and down distance.
Jeremy, talking about Marcus' study habits and watching as much film as he does, his role on defense involves every down quarterback play, and sometimes inside, sometimes outside. What have you seen for the way his ability to balance both responsibilities, the volume of work he has to the best defense? It seems like a lot of returners who are really elite returners, maybe they don't play on earlier downs as much. But Marcus is a guy who's really involved in two phases of the game.
That's just being a professional. I think you got to carve out the time, and he does it. And he knows how important his career is, and I think he knows that he's a dynamic guy, and a lot's going to ride on him throughout the season at punt returner. So he finds the time to do it, whether it's getting here earlier, staying later, or whenever we do special teams and me carving out time for him to go during special teams meeting to go just watch the returner with a coach or whatever it may be, or on his own. We just find time around that. But that's just being professional, in my opinion. You got more on your back. You got to take that load and kind of roll with it, and I think he does that. He embraces that, and it's good to have that.
On Marcus Jones, the few punt returns that he had a lot of yards in them. Was there any players that stood out to you, maybe that didn't get the credit on the paper?
Yeah. I think, you look at anytime you have a big return, it's just like if you give up, something big on punt, right? It's like a lot of guys are doing their job. I mean, every guy on that field was doing their job. On the one we had to the sideline, the one at the end of the game for 20 yards. I mean, everyone just did a great job just doing their job. I could say everybody. Everyone that was on the field literally did their job the best they could, and that's what gives space to Marcus. And when they do that, they believe in him. And that's why it's so important to have a really good returner, because the other 10 guys in the field truly believe in him. They know he can score at any time. So they're going to block a little bit harder. They know that if they're the one guy that maybe doesn't do their job, that's the one guy that's going to make the touchdown-saving tackle. So I can't say enough about those guys. It's just all of them going out there and believing in Marcus, and Marcus believing in them, and then taking ownership of that.
Is there any reaction in the room, if you ever watch it back, maybe you did, with the guys, when Milton hits Charles Woods and sends him into a new dimension?
Yeah. I mean, that was a lot of laughs. He's okay, he's okay, but a lot of laughs like, oh, damn, that really happened. Yeah, it looked bad, but luckily Woods was able to get up, and that's why we were able to laugh about it. If he was hurt, we probably wouldn't have laughed about it.
How about the Bills and the challenges they present in the kicking game? What stands out about how they approach the special teams?
I mean, they're very well coached. Tabor there, I've been a long time coordinator in the NFL, and I've had a lot of respect for him. He's a great coach. He does a great job putting his personnel in the right areas so they can really master their strengths at each position. They're solid. They do what they do on every rep, and they believe in what they do. They got guys out there that are big, small, fast, whatever it may be, but they just do what they do, and they do a really good job of it, and they're consistent in what they do. So it's going to be a big challenge for us, for us that go out there and take one play at a time and do the best we can to put our best foot forward for help the offensive defense out. It's going to be a challenge, but again, I can't say enough about how I respect Tabor and what he does with the personnel there and putting them in places to be successful.
How do you guys handle some of maybe the uncertainty at the punting position?
Say that one more time, sorry.
How do you guys handle maybe some of the uncertainty at the punting position that they have?
Well, I mean, you kind of know who they're going to put back there now because they've already signed Mitch, right? So you just kind of got to go back and watch his film and stuff like that, and kind of watch what they've done this year and kind of mix and match and put a projection together and put a game plan and then be able to adjust in game if they went for something different.
Just curious, speaking of Buffalo, going to Buffalo, nighttime game. I know Marcus has that experience playing in Orchard Park. When you go to different venues, the pregame period, the warm-ups, for you, for the returners, for the kickers, this would be the first opportunity to kick in that stadium.
Yeah.
In a general way, the process is okay, these are the conditions, this is what you're going to expect, this is what you're going to face tonight, and how you go through that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we get out there early in pregame. We're always the first ones out there. I mean, we get a really good feel for it. We have a lot of dialogue in pregame about the distances, end of the game, normal range. And then I go out there with Marcus when he comes out, and we're talking about, the lights or the wind and stuff like that, and just kind of getting a base idea of, hey, when the ball's being punted this way, this is what we're expecting. When the ball's being punted the other way, this is what we're expecting. Just a lot of dialogue. And I think that goes throughout the week. We're always talking, but in pregame especially, the dialogue I have with Marcus, with Bryce, with Andy, with Ashby, all those guys, we really get a solidified plan before we go back into the locker room and have a pretty good idea what we're going to do the rest of the game.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you guys. Have a good one, guys.